There's a supplement bottle sitting in your kitchen right now. You take it every single day, and you trust it completely. And it never once promised you what you think it does. It isn't a missing mineral, it isn't the wrong brand, and it isn't your age. The thing that puts steadiness back in your legs isn't sitting on any shelf. But it does exist. It's been measured, it's been published, and it worked in people whose average age was almost 90. In this video, you'll see 5 truths about balance supplements, counting down from number 5 to number 1. And you won't get up from your chair one single time. For decades, you were told that steady legs come down to nutrition. Your body simply doesn't work that way. Your muscle doesn't answer to a nutrient that arrives through your mouth. It answers to a demand that arrives from outside. And that bottle on your counter demands nothing from you. Let me give you a simple picture of it. Think about your own hand wringing out a wet dish towel over the sink. The water comes out because you squeezed it, not because you soaked the towel a little more. If you're at home here in the States, the kitchen towel by your sink works perfectly for this. Go ahead and picture yours hanging there. There's a billion-dollar industry built on your wish to stay on your feet. It doesn't lie to you, and it does something much quieter than that. It sells you the feeling of already doing something. That feeling is the real product, and you pay for it every month. You take the pill in the morning, and your conscience settles down. A year goes by, then 3 go by, and your legs are exactly where they were. And that is not your fault. Nobody has time to explain this to you in a 15-minute appointment. The shelf has all the time in the world, plus a beautiful box to convince you. We're going straight into the list. But before we reach number 1, hold 2 numbers in your memory for the next 15 minutes. 113 and 3. Both numbers come from the same study. 100 people took part, and their average age was 87. One group received the Nutritional supplement, and in that group, the change was 3%. The other group received something you can't buy in the supplement aisle. In that group, the change was 113%. And when we reach number 1 on this list, you'll understand exactly why. Everything I'm showing you today comes from published research. You can check every word of it yourself because all the links are waiting for you down in the description. Truth number 5, the magnesium bottle on your nightstand. Magnesium is a real mineral doing real work. It takes part in the cycle where your muscle fiber contracts and lets go. But after 60, the cramp that wakes you at 3 in the morning starts somewhere else. Your calf doesn't lock up because the mineral ran out inside it. It locks up because the nerve running that muscle fires on its own. That's a wiring problem, not an empty pantry. You know this scene well. Your foot points on its own, and your calf turns to stone. You sit on the edge of the bed, waiting it out. Run your hand down your calf right now, without squeezing, because that's the muscle that seizes on you. The most careful review we have on this is a Cochrane review, updated in 2020. It pooled 11 trials and 735 participants. The finding for older adults comes from 5 of those trials, covering 271 people. Magnesium is unlikely to prevent cramps in any meaningful way, the authors wrote. They rated the certainty of that evidence as moderate. Unlikely is their word, and I'm going to respect it with you. Those trials looked at ordinary cramps in older adults, not pregnancy and not athletes. And they did not look at anyone with a diagnosed magnesium deficiency. At 66 years old, Marilyn lives in Iowa. She sits on the edge of her bed to pull her socks on every morning. Same spot on the mattress every single day. That's where she's taken her magnesium for 2 years now. Her cramps eased a little that first month. Then they went right back to what they were, and she still takes it anyway. Not because it worked, because stopping feels like giving up on something. If you understand Marilyn, you understand this whole video. So don't throw anything out and go pick up your own bottle. The most common mistake is treating that bottle like it's your entire plan. Only your doctor decides where it belongs. Instead of raising your dose, raise the demand you place on your muscle. And if magnesium took the wrong seat in your routine, there's an even more common pill. It's excellent at what it does. It was simply never in the game you think it's playing. Truth number 4, the mix-up between your bone and your balance. Calcium is excellent at its own job. It goes into mineralizing your bone and holds your frame upright. If your doctor prescribed it for diagnosed osteoporosis, that pill stays exactly where it is. But after 60, a lot of people started taking calcium hoping not to fall. Not falling is a decision your body makes in a fraction of a second. Your toe catches the rug, and your hip has to answer before you can think. That answer is nerve and muscle, and no pill speeds up your hip. You know the stumble that almost happened. The corner of the rug lifts, and you grab the arm of the couch. Your heart pounds, and you stand there for a few seconds. In that instant, what saved you didn't come from any supplement. At best, calcium changes what happens after you're already going down. It was never in the equation of staying up. Look at the floor in front of you for 2 seconds, and notice where the nearest rug sits. In 2018, the U.S. Preventive Services Task Force published a final recommendation on this. It recommended against vitamin D supplements for preventing falls in adults 65 and older living at home. That's a grade D. And the same task force recommended exercise for preventing falls in adults at increased risk at grade B. Now here's the part you need to hear in the same breath. That recommendation explicitly leaves out people living in long-term care. It also leaves out anyone with a diagnosed vitamin D deficiency. It leaves out diagnosed osteoporosis and conditions that affect absorption. If you're in one of those groups, your pill stays exactly the same. I'm not asking you to drop anything your doctor prescribed. Don't throw a single supplement away. The point here is simply this. Supplements on their own won't do the whole job for you. The most common mistake is adding calcium and vitamin D together and calling that a fall plan. That's a bone plan, and your bone is a different conversation. Instead, keep what was prescribed and ask your doctor where strength fits in. And if you want to know who warned you first, it wasn't a study at all. It was the bottle in your own house with a sentence printed on it you've never read. Before we go to the next one, go ahead and hit like on this video and subscribe to the channel. We bring you information you can use in your everyday life. Truth number 3, the sentence already printed on your supplement bottle. Balance formulas are very well made from a business point of view. The label looks good, the blend is proprietary, and the name sounds serious. None of that is illegal, and none of it is fraud. But after 60, marketing finds you at the exact moment you're afraid. And the reason for that will surprise you. Here in the United States, a dietary supplement doesn't go through approval for effectiveness before it reaches the shelf. That's a written rule, and it's not an accusation against anyone. And that rule carries a required consequence that lives on the label of your bottle. The law makes them print one sentence right beside the promise that sold you the product. Here's what it says. This statement has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Not intended to prevent any disease. That's printed on your bottle, and you've been paying for it for years. At 73, Ray lives in Ohio. He keeps 4 bottles in the door of his 2004 pickup, 2 more in the glove box, and 2 in the console. That way, he never forgets them on an early morning. He bought all 4 the same month he noticed something new. It was taking him 2 tries to climb into the truck bed. He isn't naive, he's careful. Being careful is exactly why Ray bought them in the first place. And he had never read that sentence on a single one of those 4 bottles. When he finally turned a bottle around, the sentence had been there the whole time. The most common mistake is trusting the front label and never reading the back. So do this today. Gather up your bottles and jars and read the backs carefully. Do you remember the two numbers from the start of this video? 113 and 3. Hold on to those a little longer. And if the label already told you it prevents nothing, there's a worse case than that one. It's the person who took more anyway, just to be safe. Truth number 2. The day that taking more turned out worse. Vitamin D is necessary, and you do need it. If your blood work showed a deficiency and your doctor prescribed it, that treatment continues exactly as it is. But after 60, plenty of people raise the dose on their own just to be safe. And the safety never showed up. In 2016, a trial published in JAMA Internal Medicine followed 200 people for 12 months. All of them were 70 or older, and all had fallen at least once before. Then the researchers counted how many people fell inside each group. In the 24,000 units per month group, 47.9% fell. In the 60,000 units per month group, 66.9% fell. In the 24,000 plus calcifediol group, 66.1% fell. In that trial, the higher dose groups fell more often. That was an association observed inside one single trial of 200 people. I'm not telling you that vitamin D knocks anybody down, and I won't hand you a mechanism for it, because nobody knows what it is. Anyone offering you a tidy explanation is inventing it right in front of you. There's a second independent study that helps you look at this calmly. Sturdy from 2020 followed 688 adults, 70 and older. All of them had high fall risk and low vitamin D in their blood. Daily doses of 1,000 units or more did not prevent falls, compared with 200 units a day. Bigger doses simply didn't buy more protection. Both studies compared a high dose against a standard dose. Neither one tested whether you should treat a diagnosed deficiency. Now picture your own vitamin D bottle and try to remember who chose the number printed on it. Was it your doctor or was it the shelf? The most common mistake is raising your dose alone, thinking a little more can't hurt. Instead of that, bring the bottle to your next appointment and let your doctor decide. And if taking more didn't fix it, one question is still owed to you. What did that other group receive? The group that changed 113%. Truth number 1. The thing the supplement group never received. Everyone praises the multivitamin, and it does have its place. It delivers raw material for your body to work with, and that stays true. But after 60, raw material sitting still turns into no strength at all. Your muscle fiber only thickens when something asks more of it than it's used to. That request has a name, and it's called progressive overload. No nutrient on Earth creates that request by itself. The nutrient joins the response if the overload is there. Without it, that nutrient just passes through your body. The brick alone doesn't raise the wall. In 1994, the New England Journal of Medicine published a randomized, placebo-controlled trial. 100 frail nursing home residents took part, and their average age was 87. The range ran from 72 to 98, and 94% finished. They spent 10 weeks split into 4 groups: supervised progressive resistance training, a multi-nutrient supplement, both together or neither one. Muscle strength rose 113% in the people who trained. In the people who didn't train, it rose about 3%. Walking speed rose nearly 12% in the ones who trained. In the others, walking speed dropped about 1%. The authors concluded that the supplement without exercise did not reduce muscle weakness or physical frailty. On its own, the supplement moved nothing at all in that study. And now I need to be exact with you. That 113% is a change in strength inside the training group. It is not a 113% lower chance that you fall. And I can't promise you the very same result inside your own home. That's what muscle did in that study, in older adults. But if muscle answered there, your age isn't the argument. At 76, Frank lives in Tennessee. He rests his cane against the kitchen doorway before he crosses, every single day. For 3 years, he's switched supplements every 6 months. He's waiting on the bottle that finally catches, and he's never done one strength exercise. That cane isn't the villain here. It belongs to Frank, and it's doing its job. It should stay right where it is. Using support and building muscle aren't two options where you pick one. They're two halves of the same piece of work. One of them gives you steadiness today. The other one means you reach for it less often. The same goes for the vitamin D your doctor prescribed for a diagnosed deficiency. That continues. Keep the support and add the work. The most common mistake is switching bottles when the bottle doesn't work. Instead of changing the brand, change the category of what you ask your body for. Ask your doctor where strength work fits into your week and which exercises he recommends for you. Let me be clear about the goal of this video. It is not to tell you to stop taking anything, and only your doctor can make that call for you. The goal is to hand you good information. Don't take supplements without medical guidance, and know that supplements alone, without exercise, won't do what you're hoping for. This video is for educational purposes and does not replace medical advice. Every health situation is unique, especially if you take daily medication. Talk with your doctor before changing your diet, your exercise, or your treatment. Here's what matters most of all. It's about you driving to the store on Saturday morning on your own terms. It's about you getting out of your recliner without reaching for the counter with both hands. It's about never having to ask your son to come pick you up. You want to live on your own terms. The supplement bottle was never able to hand you that. And the good news is that what can doesn't cost much at all. Now tell me down in the comments, how many bottles did you count, and how many did a doctor actually ask for? Thank you so much for staying with me, and I'll see you in the next video.